Hello, everyone. Welcome to our inner peace time. It's always great to be online with all of you, whether you're watching from Zoom, Facebook, or YouTube. So, hello, Pinaba. Hello, Timothy. Hello, Kirk. Hello, Kaisi and Alan. Hello, Bart. Hello, Pat. Hi, John. And Nui. Oh, and Wendy. Thank you all for joining. So it's great to see all of you. Oh, hi, Bart. I actually said your name earlier, but you were not connected yet. So it's great to see you all, as we're all here to join in some meditation. And it's always wonderful to come together for some inner peace. As we meditate together, one thing we have to remind ourselves is to take our time. You might hear me say this every time, but it's so true. This past few days, I've had meditators who talked to me and asked, Lompi, why do I feel like I've hit a plateau? You feel like you just kind of hit the highest point and just like, that's it? I can't go any further. That's the feeling that happens. This is actually very, very normal. It's because as you progress, know that when you start from zero, you level up quite quickly, just like a game. You start a game, you're at level 1, before you know it, you're level 10. You grow quite quickly. But once you're level 50, it takes a long time to get to 51. So in truth, you're actually continually progressing. It's just that sometimes you had that expectation holding us back. So when you meditate, just enjoy. Let yourself experience it. When you have that expectation, you're unintentionally holding yourself back. And it's okay if you're doing it. I do it also. When I realize it, samarahang, samarahang. It's okay. We're all working on it. The important thing is when you catch it, oh, do a nice reset and start over instead of keep going, keep going. So it's all about our observation, adjusting as we go. So even if you feel like you hit a plateau, let go of that feeling and instead just enjoy. Like the analogy of the hallway of windows. We walk through this hallway and there's all these windows, and obviously they all look the same. You look out the window, wow, what a beautiful view. You get to the next window, you see the same view. Still pretty, still beautiful, but it's not so wow because you've already seen it. You take it in a few steps, another window, same view. You're kind of bored now. In truth, you're actually continually doing great. You're still walking through that hallway, even if you're experiencing the same thing. So don't feel like you've hit a plateau. You're doing great, right? So as we're going to meditate together today, I'd like to ask our group here, how long would you like to sit? As today a little special. How long do you guys like to sit? For example, would you like a longer session? You're okay with the regular, or is it a little bit too long? You can type in the chat if you like. So let's say, or show a thumbs up for long. Oh no, how about a thumbs up for just a regular session? Uh, a heart for a longer session. Oh, okay, great, thank you. Okay, so I'll put it some in between. As I know we're all in different levels of meditation. The important thing is, as we meditate, take your time, and it's always okay to take a break, even if we're doing a long session or a short session. Take the time that feels right to you. And that's what's great about being online. And if you're watching a rerun or the recording after, you can always push pause, come back when you're ready. So, as always, let's get into our perfect position, I like to call it, because it's perfect for you. And let us gently close our eyes, taking a deep breath. Breathe in the cool, calm, relaxing air, and breathe out all your worries thoughts, and responsibilities. Just let it all go. Forget about it for the time that we are meditating. Just breathe in, breathe out. Let each breath of fresh air help you become more relaxed, more comfortable. Allow every muscle in your body to feel completely relaxed, as if every breath of fresh air helps you relax a little more. Inhaling the positivity, exhale everything else. With each breath of fresh air, feeling better and better. As we know, relaxation is the first step in meditation, and you have to allow yourself to relax, not force. Take your time. Allow yourself to be at ease from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. Every part of your body is relaxing. You'll find yourself adjusting into your new perfect position. Remember, it's always okay to adjust. We are human beings. We are not statues. So adjust as you need to. The most important thing is to be comfortable. Once you're relaxed, allow yourself to relax your mind. What we do is visualize our meditation object floating at our center. In the Dhammakaya technique, or middle way technique, the center is in the middle of your abdomen, 2 finger widths above navel level. This is your center of gravity, the absolute center of your body. But take your time. No need to force yourself or to try too hard to find this position. Just know the general area is in your abdomen. And as your mind becomes calm, clear, and peaceful, your mind will naturally move to the right location. No need to push, no need to pull. Just let it be. Let yourself be right here, right now. Today is a wonderful day where we're joined together for peace. As Saturdays, our mind can be filled with all the things from the week, or even things we're going to do. But now, as we meditate, let us take this break, beginning to let go, be at ease. As one of my meditation teachers told me that meditation is very much like a shower. Just like we shower for our body, get it clean and fresh. Meditation helps us shower the mind to help us clear away the clutter, having a fresh start. And I truly agree. Meditation has so many benefits, and one of them that I feel is the most beneficial is gaining clarity, the clarity of a clear mind when your mind is not cluttered with other thoughts. As when you experience it, you'll realize what I'm talking about. It's where you're able to think clearly, truly think clearly. There's nothing blocking the way. There's no side notifications, things pulling your attention to other things. And what's interesting is you end up spending much less time figuring out what you should do and more time relaxing. Sometimes, when our mind is still muddled, cluttered, we might take hours and hours trying to figure out something. My master, Lumpata Mashiyo, he would say, if you have a problem, take your mind out of the problem. When you let your mind be free of the problem, it's much easier to see a solution. So now, as we meditate, take your time as we slowly let go. As we let go, know that letting go is not quite forgetting or throwing away. It's more setting it down. It can still be here, but you're no longer carrying it. Like a student carrying books in the library. All the knowledge is still in the books, even if you set it down on the table. But now that it's on the table, you no longer have the stress of trying to hold on to all that knowledge. So, let go means to place down, not to hold on. Little by little, you'll find yourself feeling lighter and lighter because our thoughts are weightless, but they weigh us down. So as we slowly let go, starting to place these things down one by one, you'll naturally feel lighter and lighter. if your mind begins to wander, as it naturally does. Another thing you can do is to use a mantra. A mantra is a word, a phrase, or a sound, something that helps you calm your mind. The mantra we like to use: Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. You can repeat this mantra in your mind as many times as you'd like, or use your own mantra, word or phrase. For example, relax, relájate, sabay, clear and bright. Use your mantra and your meditation object as your tools to help calm and soothe your mind, and to bring your mind back to your center, back to your object. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Now, let us continue in silence, letting your mind be calm, clear, and peaceful. Now, let us begin spreading loving kindness. Spreading loving kindness is like spreading out your heart, sending out good intentions to all beings. So let us visualize our object as we have been doing. Let your mind be at ease, comfortable, as your object becomes crystal clear, clean, and bright. And at the center of your object, there is a bright light. This light is very special. All those who touch this light are instantly happier, healthier, and more at peace. So we let this light illuminate our body, filling our body with light, this light of peace, love, and compassion. Let this light shine out from you, filling the room. Spread it out far and wide, filling the city and the surrounding cities, filling the state and the surrounding states, filling the country and the surrounding countries, until filling the entire world, and now throughout the universe. Thinking of our loved ones, our family, our friends, our close and distant relatives, our co-workers, acquaintances, all the people you know, and all the people you don't know, to all sentient beings, all the animals in this world, and even thinking to the heavens, to our friends and relatives who have passed away, wishing well for every one of them. And as we are spreading loving kindness, let us make a wish together for us all to be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, to gain wisdom, attain enlightenment, for world peace. Let us take a moment to make our own good wishes. เอพุทธาปรปตาปัจเจกานันจะยังพลังอรหันตานันจะเตเจนรคัมปันธามิสัพพโสสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนะสัพพธรรมานุภาเวนะสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนะสัทธาโสธีภาวันตุเต
สาธุ
Now, very gently, at your own pace, opening your eye. Take your time, no rush, as we slowly come back. How are you all feeling? Feel free to turn on your mic, type in the chat, whatever feels comfortable for you. Okay, thank you, Bart, for the thumbs up. Okay. Right, more thumbs up from Pinnapa, Timothy, and from Kurt. Thank you. Oh, May, thank you. And a heart from Wendy. Thank you. Okay, that's very good. One of the most important times to realize is when we finish meditation. Hello, David. It's great to see you. uh, so, notice how you feel because that's how you notice if you're progressing. As I mentioned earlier, that you sometimes people feel like they plateaued. In truth, you're continually progressing. Sometimes it's a lot more subtle. As when we go in more deep, it becomes very, very, very gentle. Thank you, Kanar, for the thumbs up on Facebook. Okay. Oh, Bart says, a strange dream world, but I was awake. Oh, yes. Yeah, when you meditate, it's like you're going into a whole new world. And in many ways, I used to tell people that when we meditate, our experiences can be a little weird. It's not that you're weird, it's just the experience itself comes off a little strange because it's not what we're used to. Because the world within us is completely different. Some things that we expect that should not be able to happen can happen within. So, an example, feeling like you're floating around, feeling like you're shrinking, feeling like you're expanding. These are things in the law of physics that just doesn't make sense, but it's something you feel. So, that's just some of the common experiences in meditation. So, nothing's wrong. And that's why, with meditation experiences, the best thing to do is talk to someone who actually meditates. You can't talk to your friends about it, they'll think you're crazy. Like, what are you talking about? So that's why our monks and myself, so glad that we can be here for you all if you ever have any questions or wonders. So, actually, before we go into questions, I'd like to share this quote with you all as the month has just started and it's a great time to start some good habits. And our master says that we should do these four. The four habits are number one, have affection for Bun. Bun is good energy or positivity or really good deeds and inner peace. Have affection for it, want to do goodness. Abstain from using harsh language, harsh and bad language. Okay? The reason is because we are social creatures. We want to continue to build good relationships, not unintentionally hurt someone or end up causing an enemy unintentionally. The third is to be happier to give than to receive, exactly as the holidays suggest. This is the time that we love to give. And it's not so much that we should receive, but being able to give is already a great thing. And associate with the wise. Those who are wise, as in someone who is a good person, or at least someone who will bring light to you. So, how my master explains it is someone who's wise is someone who has a habit of doing, of thinking, doing, and speaking good things. So, if you have a friend who tends to be like your light, someone who gives you advice. That's a good friend to be with. And we all know friends who are the opposite. Those might be the friends that we have some fun with, maybe, maybe not so much for advice. So this is just some good habits to redo and start to remind ourselves. That way we can have a much happier, more peaceful, continuous life. Well, I just wanted to share that with you all. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Feel free to turn on the mic, type in the chat if you'd like. Would anyone like to say anything? Nothing, huh? Okay. It's absolutely fine. Because sometimes the questions don't really come to mind right away. And there was an interesting question that happened to do with the quote that I gave you. Someone asked me, so why is bad language or bad words, why is it bad? As sometimes we use those bad words as almost like a way of letting go. For example, you kick something, go ah, and you're like, oh well, that helps me. Like okay, so how I explained it to them was, think of a white lie. You know, we say something, say a white lie to just encourage someone without hurting their feelings. It's in that same kind of thing, where bad language, if you use it to hurt someone, 100% no good. Okay, that one's pretty straightforward. We know that. But okay, you kick something, ah, whatever. Well, that's a little better. The reason why it's a little better is just because it's not hurtful or hurting someone. It's just a way to help you to expel or release. But the bad thing about it is it causes you to have a habit of saying these words. Then when it becomes your habit, you unintentionally start saying it in places where you shouldn't. And then you might unintentionally hurt someone or offend someone. So a better thing to do is try to get away from them as best you can. Which came to another question. Then how do I fix it? Because some of the people in that group, they said, yeah, well, I have that problem. How do I stop saying bad words? So I told them the trick that I use. So as we know in the English language, we have the F word. And all right, so the F word has a certain sound. And in Thai, there's a word that sounds just like it. So I translated that word to pumpkin. So whenever I stub my toe, pumpkin. So instead, it's no longer the bad word. And instead, you end up kind of laughing at yourself. It's almost like a cute. So it's a way to help you let go of those things. So that's just a little advice if you have some problems with unintentionally or intentionally saying bad words. Try to get away from it. It's much better to have your mind more at ease without needing to use those words. Just as Lumpon Mashio says, there are, words are plentiful in this world. They're free like the air we breathe. So practice using endearing speech. So, anyways, did anyone have any new questions or wonders out of that? Yeah, it's a funny thing to ask. How do? Okay, I'm assuming there's more. Okay. How do we turn off our ego? That's a good one. So the ego itself is not always so easy to just, it's just like our mind. But what we can do is start to practice. One way to practice is starting to, how we start off is with spreading loving kindness. The reason for this is sometimes when you have that ego and it's controlling you, you unintentionally start to feel like, oh, well, my idea is the best. And you start to, that doesn't matter. Start to spread loving kindness. It starts to share goodness to others. As you do this, your heart becomes a little bit more calm, more gentle. Then you'll start to have more empathy. You'll be able to notice and feel for others more. As you do that, your ego starts to let go little by little. It's not so much that it will turn off completely, but this is something we can try, start to practice. As the shift is from being selfish to selfless. As when we start doing that, start to see it starts to go down on its own. So it's not exactly a not exactly a flip switch, but it takes some time, little bit by little by little. Keep practicing. But very good question. Thank you, Bart. Any other questions or wonders? You're very welcome, Bart. Well, if there are no other questions, I have to say thank you so much for joining. As if you enjoyed meditating with me, feel free to come by, join me for my late night meditation every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night at at 9 p.m. Central, and you can see your time stamp. Or enjoy invite friends to come here, join us here for our inner peace time. And very, very important, in 2 weeks, 2 weeks time, we're having our full moon, and our full moon will be on the 18th, as we're going to have Venerable Daniel come and join us again. So I hope you all can join in, as this time is themed Enjoy the Present. As it's a time for gifts and presents, it's also a great time for us to have a gift in the present, for our mind to be in the present. So I hope you all can join us for a full moon on the 18th. And if you have any questions, feel free to type in, and you can always contact me if you'd like. So everyone, before you go, I'd like to give you a blessing. May you all be blessed with happiness, good health, wealth, success in your lives. May you be surrounded by good friends who will always guide you into the light in times of darkness and in times of need. And when you close your eyes to meditate, may you attain inner peace easily and quickly in every lifetime. So thank you again, everyone. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. And remember, a smile a day keeps the stress away. So everyone, keep smiling and let's brighten up the world together.
Could you please pay respect to the monk by bowing 3 times? Bow, bow, bow.
All right. So those on Zoom, if you want to talk a bit more, I will come back on. But for those on Facebook, YouTube, take care. Bye bye.